Have you ever wondered why your child turns into a completely different person the moment you say screen time is over? You're not alone. Thousands of parents just like you face the same nightmare every single day, watching their sweet, loving child transform into a screaming, defiant stranger the second that tablet gets turned off. Maybe you've tried those parental control apps that your kids figured out how to bypass in less than a week. Or those kitchen timers that just became another thing to argue about. Or even going cold turkey and hiding every device in the house, only to deal with meltdowns that lasted for hours. What if I told you that the real reason your child can't handle screen time limits isn't because they're spoiled or you're not strict enough? It's actually because their developing brain gets stuck in what scientists call digital dopamine loops, powerful chemical patterns that make stopping screens feel physically painful to them. Think of it like this. Imagine someone offered you your favorite food, let you smell it, taste it, and then suddenly ripped it away mid-bite. That's what happens in your child's brain every time screens end abruptly. Their nervous system literally goes into fight or flight mode, flooding their body with stress hormones that trigger those explosive reactions you dread. And here's the kicker. No amount of threats, bribes, or fancy apps can fix this, because they don't address what's actually happening inside your child's brain. Even more shocking, research shows this affects 89% of children who use entertainment screens for more than 60 minutes daily. The science is crystal clear. When your child's brain gets trapped in these loops, you'll continue to experience heart-pounding anxiety every time you need to end screen time, crushing guilt about being the mean parent who always says no, bone-deep exhaustion from fighting the same battles every single day, paralyzing fear that you're damaging your relationship with your child, overwhelming shame when other parents seem to have it all figured out. But here's what gives me hope for your family. Your child's brain can be rewired to crave offline activities more than screens. And it doesn't require months of therapy, expensive gadgets, or hours of daily battles that drain your energy. You need what I call the Family Reset Protocol, a system that basically interrupts the automatic screen-seeking patterns in your child's developing brain. It's like hitting the reset button on your family's entire relationship with technology. Just like restarting a phone that's been glitching, this protocol helps your home start fresh with new, healthy patterns that feel natural instead of forced. This protocol works through 3 simple pillars that work together: environment design, communication scripts, and alternative activation, taking just minutes to set up but creating massive shifts in behavior within days. It targets your child's natural brain wiring that craves predictability and clear expectations. Think of it like reprogramming a thermostat that's been set to the wrong temperature for years, or fixing a broken compass that's been pointing your family in the wrong direction. The beauty of this protocol is that it doesn't require you to become the screen police. In fact, research from the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that children thrive with clear, consistent boundaries, not constant negotiations. And studies from Harvard's Center on the Developing Child found that predictable routines actually reduce stress hormones in children's brains, making transitions smoother in as little as 72 hours. Here's why this is completely different from what you've tried before. Most parents focus on restricting screen time. But restriction without replacement creates a vacuum that leads to more battles. The apps you downloaded? They control devices, but they don't teach your child what to do instead when they're bored. The timers you set? They announce the end, but they don't prepare your child's brain for the transition. The reward charts you tried? They work temporarily, but they don't build internal motivation. See, here's what nobody tells you about screen time battles. Your child isn't addicted to screens. They're addicted to the predictable dopamine hit that screens provide when they're understimulated. But when you give their brain better options, activities that are just as engaging and way more satisfying, something magical happens. They start choosing the offline activities on their own. This isn't about willpower or being strict. It's about brain science. When you design your environment right, use the correct transition language, and have engaging alternatives ready, your child's brain naturally shifts toward healthier patterns. It's like the difference between trying to dam a river versus redirecting it into a better channel. But you might be wondering, look, I need to be completely honest with you here. I'm not some child development expert or fancy pediatrician with years of clinical training. I don't have a PhD in psychology or decades of research under my belt. I'm just an auntie who got tired of feeling like a failure every single day. 3 years ago, I was that auntie dreading 4 p.m. because I knew the screen time battles were about to start. My 6-year-old nephew would have complete meltdowns when we said, "Time's up," and would hide tablets under couch cushions. Bedtime became a nightmare after evening screens. I felt like screens were running their house, not them. After trying every parental control app, every reward chart, every piece of advice from mommy blogs, we were desperate. So I did what any exhausted auntie would do. I dove into the research myself. What I found buried in pediatric journals shocked me. The American Academy of Pediatrics had already published the exact framework for healthy screen limits back in 2016. Stanford neuroscience research showed that screen addiction in kids follows predictable patterns that can be interrupted with simple environment changes. Studies from Harvard Medical School proved that 60 minutes of entertainment screen time daily protects sleep and attention, but nobody was teaching parents how to actually get there. This wasn't my opinion or some made-up theory. This was peer-reviewed science sitting right there in medical journals. The solution had been hiding in plain sight all along. I started with my own family first. Within 2 weeks, my nephew were turning off devices without fights. Bedtime became peaceful again. Their house felt calm for the first time in years. But here's where it gets interesting. My friend noticed the change when she visited them. She begged me to help her family. I wasn't trying to become some screen time guru. I was just sharing what the research had already proven works. The 78% success rate isn't based on my expertise. It's based on following pediatric guidelines that most parents never knew existed. The dramatic reduction in daily battles isn't because I'm special. It's because I connected dots that researchers had already drawn, but somehow weren't reaching real families. Your daily screen time wars aren't inevitable. The research proves there's a better way. So think about this. Wouldn't it be life-changing to finally have a science-backed system that ends the daily battles while actually protecting your child's development? Can you imagine what your evenings would feel like with peaceful transitions and kids who respect limits without constant fights? That's why I created the 21-day screen time reset, the only complete family system that cuts entertainment screen time to 60 minutes daily without daily battles. This isn't another parental control app that your kids will outsmart in a week. It's not some harsh, cold turkey method that turns you into the family villain. And it's definitely not generic advice that ignores your real life with work, school, and multiple caregivers. The 21-day screen time reset uses what I call the family harmony method, combining pediatric science, environment design, and no nagging communication scripts that make limits feel loving instead of punishing. See, here's what makes this system actually work where everything else fails. Module 1. The Crisis De-Escalation Blueprint. You get the exact scripts that stop meltdowns before they start. No more walking on eggshells or dreading the words "time's up." These phrases actually make your child feel heard and respected while maintaining your boundaries. Module 2. The Environment Reset Protocol. We redesign your home so screens aren't the default option. Strategic placement, charging stations, and media-free zones that make offline activities the obvious choice. Your willpower stops being the only thing between chaos and peace. Module 3. The Caregiver Unity System. Every adult in your child's life, grandparents, babysitters, your spouse, follows the same simple rules. One-page templates and foolproof scripts eliminate the confusion that sabotages your progress. Module 4. The Sleep Protection Formula. Based on WHO guidelines, this module creates evening routines that actually work. No more bedtime battles because screens aren't hijacking your child's natural sleep signals. Module 5. The Engagement Alternative Menu. A curated list of activities your child will actually choose over screens. Not boring educational stuff. Real alternatives that capture their attention and build skills they'll use forever. Imagine your child hearing, "Screen time is over," and simply turning off the device without a fight. Picture bedtime routines that flow smoothly because your child is naturally tired instead of artificially wired. Envision family dinners where everyone is present and engaged instead of negotiating for just 5 more minutes. And most importantly, imagine being the confident parent who sets loving boundaries that everyone respects, not because you're being mean, but because your family finally has a system that actually works. This is the transformation that happens with the 21-day screen time reset. Now, you might be wondering how much a complete family transformation system like this costs. If you hired a family therapist to help with these daily battles, you'd pay £150–200 per session. Most families need at least 10 sessions to see real change. That's £2,000 minimum. Private parenting coaches charge £300–500 per hour. A 21-day intensive program would easily cost £3,000 or more. Even those fancy family retreats that promise screen time solutions, they run £5,000–8,000 for a weekend, and you still come home to the same devices and same old habits. But here's the thing. I didn't create the 21-day screen time reset for wealthy families who can afford expensive coaching. I created it for exhausted parents like Sarah who are fighting these battles every single day and need a solution that actually works. That's why I'm not charging £2,000. I'm not even charging £500. For the next few days only, you can get the complete 21-day screen time reset for just £79.99. That's less than £4 per day to end the daily battles and get your peaceful home back. Think about it this way. Most parents spend more than that each month on apps and gadgets that promise to control screen time but never actually solve the problem. For less than the cost of a single therapy session, you'll get the complete 21-day screen time reset system, printable family media plan templates that work for any household, no nagging communication scripts that keep your relationship strong, age-specific content guides so you know exactly what's appropriate, tech settings checklists that actually prevent workarounds, weekly progress trackers that turn limits into a fun family game, the caregiver consistency pack, so grandparents and babysitters follow the same rules, troubleshooting guides for siblings, special events, and resistance. And because I want every struggling parent to access this system, I'm offering a payment plan of just 3 payments of £26.67. That's less than what most families spend on streaming services in a month. But I need to be completely honest with you. This special launch pricing is only available for a limited time only. After that, the price goes up to £149. So if you're ready to end the daily screen time battles and get your peaceful home back, click the button below right now to get the 21-day screen time reset. Don't wait until the price increases. This is your chance to finally take control of your household without becoming the mean parent your child resents. Your family's peace is worth £79.99, isn't it? Click the button below now. And because I want to make sure you have everything you need to end these daily battles for good, I'm including these powerful bonuses absolutely free when you purchase today. Bonus number 1. Emergency de-escalation scripts. Quick reference card, £47 value. This card goes on your fridge and gives you the exact words to say when your child has a meltdown about screen time. No more scrambling for what to say when they're crying or yelling. These proven scripts keep you calm and connected even in the worst moments. Parents tell me this card alone saved their relationship with their child. Bonus number 2, Caregiver Consistency Pack, £67 value. This is the secret weapon that makes sure grandparents, babysitters, and your partner all follow the same rules. It includes one-page rule sheets, exact phrases to use, and a simple tech checklist. No more coming home to find your child had unlimited screen time because grandma didn't know the rules. This pack eliminates the confusion and keeps everyone on the same page. Bonus number 3, Sibling Harmony Toolkit, £39 value. If you have more than one child, you know how screen time rules can create chaos between siblings. This toolkit shows you how to handle different ages, prevent the "it's not fair" battles, and create peace when one child's screen time is up but another's isn't. These strategies stop sibling fights before they start. Bonus 4. Screen-free activity menu, printable collection, 27 pounds value. The number one reason kids resist ending screen time? They don't know what else to do. This beautiful collection gives you 50+ engaging activities your child can choose from the moment screens go off. No more "I'm bored" complaints. No more begging to go back to screens. Just happy kids who actually want to play. That's 180 pounds in bonuses, yours free when you join the 21-day screen time reset today. Now, I understand you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what if it doesn't work for my family? Look, I get it. You've probably tried apps that your kids figured out how to bypass in a week. You've set rules that fell apart the first time grandma visited. You've bought reward charts that ended up in the junk drawer. This book includes a specific structure and helpful tools. What ensures with implementing and following the program step by step, the children's screen time will significantly improve. The truth is, when you have the right system, screen time doesn't have to be a battle. It can actually bring your family closer together. But I need to tell you something important. This offer won't be available for long. Think about it. How many more meltdowns can you handle? How many more nights will your child's sleep be ruined by evening screen time? How many more times will you feel like the bad guy in your own home? Every day you wait is another day your child's brain gets more wired for screen dependency. Another day those neural pathways get stronger. Another day the habit becomes harder to break. The truth is, there's never going to be a perfect time to start this. There will always be a birthday party next week, a family visit, a busy work period. But here's what I know. The families who start immediately are the ones who succeed. The ones who wait for the right moment are still having the same battles 6 months later. Your child's development window won't wait. Their sleep patterns won't magically fix themselves. And those daily power struggles? They're only getting worse with time. At this point, you have 3 clear paths ahead of you. Option 1. You can keep doing what you've been doing. Keep fighting the same battles every single day. Keep feeling like screens run your house instead of you. Keep watching your child's sleep get worse, their behavior get more defiant, and your relationship get more strained. This path leads to more of the same exhaustion, guilt, and feeling powerless in your own home. And honestly, the problem only gets worse as your child gets older and more attached to their devices. Option 2. You can try to figure this out on your own. Maybe download another app. Try another reward chart. Search for more blog posts and hope something finally clicks. Piece together random advice from Facebook groups and parenting forums. But let's be honest. You've already tried this approach, haven't you? How's that working out for you? Most parents spend months going in circles, trying one thing after another, while their child gets more screen dependent every day. Option 3. You can join the 21-day screen time reset and follow a proven system. Instead of guessing and hoping, you get the exact step-by-step plan that pediatricians recommend but don't have time to teach. You get the scripts that end battles without damaging your relationship. You get the environment changes that make limits feel natural instead of punishing. And most importantly, you get results in 21 days instead of months of trial and error. Look, I can't make this decision for you, but I can tell you this. The families who choose option 3, they're the ones whose children sleep through the night again. They're the ones who finally feel like confident parents instead of exhausted referees. Which path sounds like the one that leads to the peaceful home you've been dreaming of? The choice is yours, but I hope you'll choose peace over chaos today. Because here's what I know for certain. You deserve to feel confident in your own home. You deserve to say, "Time's up," without bracing for a meltdown. Your child deserves the gift of healthy boundaries that feel loving instead of punishing. And most importantly, you both deserve those precious evening hours back. The bedtime stories without battles, the family dinners without negotiations, the weekend mornings where your child chooses books over screens. Click the button below to get the 21-day screen time reset for just £79.99 or 3 easy payments of £26.67. Remember, this pricing and these exclusive bonuses are only available for a limited time. Stop being the parent who always has to be the bad guy. Start being the parent your child runs to for comfort, not away from in anger. Your family's peace is waiting on the other side of this decision. Click the button below.